So I have here just 2 ingredients, but it's in 3 bowls. The first one is dal. Of course, we need urad dal, or as we call it in Odia, biri dali. And I have taken here half a cup of urad dal in one bowl, and in other 2 bowls I have half a cup each of white rice. So the ratio is 1 part of dal and 2 parts of rice. And you can take any kind of white rice of your choice. In my case, I have taken here basmati, but then again it's up to you. So the ratio, as I told you, 2 parts of rice and 1 part of dal or urad dal. I'm going to wash these ingredients thoroughly, and then I'm going to soak it for about 3 to 4 hours. Once it's well soaked, I'm going to grind it to a fine paste, and I'll add a little salt to it and about a cup of water. And then I'll let it ferment for at least 3 to 4 hours so that the batter is nice and fluffy. So after about 3 to 4 hours, my batter is ready here, and I'll just show you the consistency. It has to be nice and thin, not very thick, neither too watery. So it's important that you take care of the consistency. Look at this, it's just nice pouring consistency. This is very important to have nice consistency. Look at this batter. So the batter is fermented and it's ready. I have heated here a tawa. So you can see here I haven't greased the tawa. It's a non-stick tawa and it's not greased. I just made a couple of parathas before, that's why it's a little grease left still. But if you add too much of oil and then you try to spread the batter, then it's not going to spread well. So finally I have spread the batter, and this pitha is going to be very, very thin. It's up to you. My personal preference is to have very thin chakuli. And always make sure before you add the batter to the pan or to the tawa should be nice and hot. Now I'm adding here some butter. It's up to you. If you want, you can add some clarified butter or ghee, but in my case I like the flavor of butter in my pitha, so I'm adding it. But then again, it's up to you. And if you are serving it with a savory dish like a curry or something, you can make it with mustard oil as well. That's my absolute favorite. I love it with some curry and I add some mustard oil. But I'm not quite fond of the sweeter accompaniments. But today I'm going to serve it with some rasgulla, which is going to be sweet. That's why I have added here butter. So you can see here the other side is nice golden and brown, and this pitha or this chakuli is quite thin, and it's nice golden and brown, crispy from the bottom. And the other side you do not have to cook for a while, because if you cook it too much then it's going to get tough. So just to make sure it's nice and soft and very crispy, just make sure at this point you take it out. Look at this, nice golden and brownish color, and then you have the other side nice white, and that's why it's going to be still soft and a little golden. So this is done. I'm going to take it out, and the next one is going to be a little thicker pitha. So I have still a little bit grease left. I'm not adding any more grease. I'm just adding the batter. Because of the camera, it's a little difficult for me to make the pithas. So I have added the batter. Now spread it really well. When you add the batter, just to be in the safer side, keep the heat low, and once you add the batter, bring it to high again. And you can see if your batter is well fermented, you will get bubbles in the batter. You can see in this pitha I have small kind of craters, small bubbles. Those are popped up, so that's why there are small holes, and this is very important. If your batter is right, the consistency is right, you will get very nice pitha. And this one, as you see, is a little thicker, and I'm not going to make it golden brownish. I'm going to keep it nice and white, nice and soft. So to this I'll be adding a little butter. As I said, if you wish to add ghee, you can add ghee. And just to make sure it goes all around, that's it's important, because you want the edges to be nice and crispy and it shouldn't stick to the pan. So that's it, a little butter. And once it's light golden, I'm going to flip it. You can see here the bottom has got a little color, so time to flip it. It won't stick to your pan at all. Look at this. It's not very golden, very dark, just a light goldenish color, and the other side you don't have to cook it for a while, just for a few seconds and you are good to go. I'm just going to take it out. It's going to be nice and soft and very whitish, and that's it. I am normally quite quick while making the pithas. It's just for the video I'm a little slow, otherwise I just keep the heat on high and keep on making pithas, and I make pretty quickly. So this is done. I have just flipped it in half now just to make it into 4. I have made a small impression, because if you want to do it like that it won't happen. So just make an impression and then you flip it, and it's just so easy. So this pitha is ready. I'm going to serve it now, and I have my plate ready and my rasgulla also waiting. So this is ready to go. So finally the pithas are served, or the Saru Chakulis are served. Instead of folding it into quarter, I have just made it a little sideways so that it looks like a petal, and it looks as though I have 4 pithas, but I have just 2, and then I have the rasgulla here. So the crispy one and the soft one both are there with the rasgulla, and this plate is ready. I have made sure I also have a very traditional looking plate just to make it look very festive. So enjoy this pitha in this roja.